There's a new crisis in New York City, and no, it's not what you think. It actually involves hip-hop and entertainment mogul Sean Combs, also known as Diddy, formerly known as Puff Daddy, formerly known as P. Diddy, right now known as the Woman Beater. We've all seen what's transpired from a video that leaked in 2016 involving his ex-girlfriend Cassie. It hasn't been a good look for Diddy in the last 3 or 4 months. He had to give up his Diageo deal with Ciroc. He also lost Revolt, and now he's really fighting for his life, and he might be facing the RICO charges. Fast forward! And then to add fuel to the fire, he gave this lame ass apology.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Now, I know what you guys are thinking about. What does this have to do with anything? Well, our guy Eric Adams, who is the mayor of New York, gave Diddy the key to the city last year. But after watching this video, Eric Adams has had a change of heart, and now he's talking about doing this.
You've been very outspoken about breaking the cycle of domestic violence in New York City, and given everything that's developed over the weekend with P. Diddy, what are you thinking about possibly rescinding the honor that you gave him last year when you presented him with the key to the city?
I think all of us were deeply disturbed by watching that chilling video of the young lady being assaulted by him, and the committee and the team. We've never rescinded a key before, but we are now sitting down to see what the next steps forward are going to be.
So you are considering it?
We are taking everything under analysis, and the team will come back with me with a final determination.
All right.
Now, this is understandable. After seeing somebody like Diddy mistreat a woman and representing your city, you would not want that man to have the keys to your city. Isn't that right, Eric Adams? But stop the show. But he wants to revoke that key and get Diddy to give him the key back. But guess who Eric Adams has given the key to? The Migrants. Fast forward. You see, forget about Diddy. Diddy's an old topic right now. The biggest thing affecting New York City is the migrant crisis. And we talk about the keys, we're talking about them. Migrants coming from everywhere around the country. You got migrants from West Africa who are demanding things like this.
Today, hundreds of black migrants, many from African countries, showed up at City Hall demanding better treatment. They say they just want a job and basic shelter.
And Chopper 2 was overhead this afternoon, showing the large group outside City Hall just how many people this issue is impacting. The steps of City Hall also packed. CBS 2's John Diaz reports now on the changes that they're calling for.
Every migrant we spoke with has something in common. They want to work. Right now, they're trying to cut through all the red tape that's stopping them, asking local leaders to put pressure on Washington, D.C. to make a change.
You got migrants out here committing crimes like this.
The weekends are popping on 91st Street and Roosevelt Avenue in Jackson Heights, Queens. A bustling sidewalk shopping bazaar seen on surveillance video outside of Mi Farmacia.
The weekend is the busiest day. They'll wrap around the entire neighborhood.
But the intersection looking a bit empty Monday afternoon, except for one. This vendor going from 0 to 100 jumping in our face, swearing at us upon sight. Why is this particular intersection a hotspot?
A lot of it has been, we cleaned up Corona Plaza and they went out to the side streets. So they needed a place that's also out of the way.
The hotspot getting hotter. Nearly 36 NYPD officers clearing everything out late Monday afternoon.
This is the #1 complaint in his office. Probably 15 to 20 calls a day of basically people come here and set up a flea market. And when you were here a little while ago, you seen how bad it was here before we got here.
Then you got a mayor shift blaming everything like this.
Thank you. And I don't think we could be any clearer. 195,000. 195,000. And we have managed this crisis. I think Camille's leadership has been amazing with Deputy Mayor Williams-Isom and the entire team. And I said last year, probably even longer than that, this is going to start having a visual representation of how large this crisis is. Not like other cities, because when you look at other cities, sleeping in hospitals, airports, on the streets, you're not seeing that here for the most part. But let's be clear. Every local and state official must stand up and call for the federal government to do its job.
So who has the real keys to the city? It's the migrants. And who unlocked the door? The Democrats. Who's the stool pigeon? Eric Adams. Who's the fall guy? Eric Adams. You see, this is the reason why this whole Diddy thing is so important. Diddy is also a hard-body Democrat, just like most black entertainers are. And when they want to keep blacks' eyes off the agenda, Diddy is a person that they use to confuse the community. He comes in and he has the same talking points about black and brown unity. And at the same time, when they need votes, it's your boy Diddy coming through to dance. Never any empowerment in the community, never trying to protect the African-American community from this, but to continue to defraud the people in the great city of New York to be confused. At the same time, setting up our group to be replaced. So you can take the key back from Diddy all you want, but we know who you're going to give the key to. And this should be symbolic. As Eric Adams is taking the key from Diddy, he is going to give that key to somebody else. That's exactly what Democrats have done to us. They have taken the key away from us to give it to somebody else. Who is the somebody else? It's the people set to replace who we are as a people, our own identity as a people, our contributions as a people, our contributions to society as a people. We are gonna be forgotten. We are useless and worthless to them, just as much as Diddy is worthless to New York City right now. But we didn't commit any crime, though, to be treated like this like Diddy has. But you should know that the key is going to be given to other folk. And using the black mayor to do the dirty work is what they're doing. Let's check out Chicago right now. This is what Brandon Johnson is doing. He's taking the keys from the black South Side, the black West Side, and giving it to everybody else. And whenever he's asked about the job he's doing, he'll lie like this.
No other city in America has been able to handle this crisis as well as we have. If there's someone out there that's doing it better than Chicago, I would like to know, because we certainly will take notes.
And that's two peas in the pod. You got a Chicago mayor who's a dummy, and you got a New York City mayor who's a dummy. Both of them who should be trying to look out for their group, and they're not, but they're steadily taking the key from you only to give it to somebody else. So what am I saying here, guys? I'm saying now is the time to get Eric Adams out of New York City and Brandon Johnson out of the city of Chicago. What is in the best interest of the black vote? Now, New York City is a lot more diversified than a city like Chicago, but we know that Chicago pretty much is a black city, and it can change the next voting session. And we need to understand that we shouldn't let one of our own people take the key from us. We fought to have the key, right? We didn't do anything wrong to give the key away. So we shouldn't elect one of our own who don't really like us like that to give our key to somebody else that didn't put in the work. Think about all the work and time that you've put in as a black person in America from the States. You were poor, you had racism, You worked, went to school, paid student loans, you didn't get any reparations, anything like that, and you still pay taxes. Why would you ever allow somebody else to come in and get what you work for and what you have worked to build for yourself, the little or a lot that you have? It shouldn't even go down like that, right? And we should always let them know that. We work for our money. We work for what we have. We can't go to their country and get it for free. And I can tell you, I live in Uganda. I always make the case. You can't come to Uganda and get anything for free at all, period. Everything you get, every dollar you get here, you work your ass off for it. And before you come over here and get stuff for free from them, they will send your back, maybe dead or alive, right? They're not having it there. So that's the situation that we got to think about. And guys, we need to make sure that we start really trying to talk to each other, working with each other as a community. We actually do need each other more than we ever have. I know as Americans, most of us have the 401ks, we have access to credit, and we can be very individualistic. But that divide is what keeps them controlling us. We need to really figure out a way to start talking and start working together as a community. Even if we start fighting or arguing or whatever and disagreeing, it's better than nothing. Because with this division in the African American community, they are definitely trying to give all that we work for away to somebody else. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Hideo Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of Kingana. I'm out.